If you're new to Deception Bytes, hit the like and subscribe button and be sure to hit the bell to be notified of future videos. If you wish to support the channel, the links are in the description below. Now, fasten your seatbelt. Here we go. Okay guys, it is Thursday, August 15th, and it is 11:20 p.m. Eastern Time. So I just uploaded the video that I just finished, and this is the second one. I thought, well, it won't hurt me to come back and do a second one. So here I am, and I'm a little off kilter in the camera, so I took a little bit of break and had some more stew because, well, who can resist? All right. Let's get into the news, and here we go. All right, I'm going to start here, and this is a couple days old now. Well, 2 days old. It came out on August the 13th. This from Brian Taylor. Prince Andrew announced his retirement today from public life after a long period of severe personal stress. In a statement, His Royal Highness added he is following advice from his doctor. There was no comment from Buckingham Palace. Well, naturally, there wouldn't be, and the timing is highly suspicious, and I'm telling you, could they not have found a better picture of him? He looks possessed there. Really? What is with that look? He looks like deer in the headlight. But really, even more than that, he looks a little possessed, which, who knows? I mean, we know that the royal family is into some weird stuff. But I think this is highly suspicious that he is retiring now from public life. I think that the pressure is on him, and I think that there is probably lots more to discover about Prince Andrew. We know that he was a visitor to the island, and we know that Epic Fine procured young women for him. So, yeah, I'm thinking that might be more to come out. In fact, maybe pictures or whatever. You know that he used these to blackmail the elite. And so, naturally, there's got to be something that exists, and who knows if they'll find it. Anyway, I thought that was very interesting news. You've probably heard that, all heard that by now, but in case you haven't. And I'm just, hold for one moment because okay. Sorry, I just had this feeling that I wasn't recording, but I was wrong. I've been wrong before. Okay, let's go back here. And this from Sean Hannity. Rudy, I've never had a client that's been cleared 3 times. Once is usually enough. Twice is ridiculous. 3 times? Get over it. Now, Hannity, of course, is, tweeting a quote from Rudy Giuliani. Sorry, I have trouble getting my words out. Sometimes they want to stay in there. I don't know. Maybe they're all having fun in there, partying. They're probably eating stew. That's why they don't want to come out. I wouldn't either. All right, now I want to show you this because it's very rare that we get a feel-good story, and this one will warm the deep, dark bowels of your heart, if your heart has bowels. I don't think it does. But let's look at this. Hello, Sammy. Now, this is one of the best stories I've ever seen. And of course, I have a soft spot for teachers because my whole family are teachers, or were teachers. My extended family, rather, not my immediate family, because my brother is no longer with us. Yeah. Okay, so this from Patriot 24/7, and this is really heartwarming. It says, this 30-year-old man with special needs was found walking alone, and when cops asked him who they could call, he only remembered one name, his junior high teacher. Now that teacher is taking him in. And what happened was his father, all he had was his father, and his father died of cancer. And he's 30 years old, but I think he's around the age of 6 mentally. And That's all. She left such an impression on this young man's life that when cops asked, they said, can we take you home? Is there anybody that you know? He didn't have anybody. He had no family. He had nobody. And he could only remember the name of his junior high teacher. This is, to me, is just heartwarming. Now, let's take a look and listen. This man with special needs received a surprise party for his 30th birthday. It was his first birthday party. It was the first birthday party he'd ever had. Never had a birthday party in his whole life. And this is Mishel Gerard. She is the teacher. He deserves a good life. He's had a hard life.
Good life. He's had a hard life.
About 2 months ago, Chris was found walking down a highway in Waco, Texas, alone. Chris has the functionality of a 6-year-old, and his dad, who had leukemia, lost the ability to take care of him. Okay, I thought his father had died. I guess not. But he's very sick, and he's lost the ability to take care of him. He has no immediate family. But when he was found, he remembered one person's name, Mrs. Gerard. Mrs. Gerard was Chris' junior high teacher. She taught him for 4 years, but hasn't seen him in over a decade. Clearly, she made an impact on Chris because when the sheriff's department found him, he said her name, and she was more than happy to take him in.
A birthday present, a birthday party. He's never had Christmas, Thanksgiving, nothing.
He's never had a birthday party, a birthday present, never had a birthday present. He's never had Christmas, Thanksgiving, anything. Nothing, ever. I mean, unbelievable.
And so this year is going to be full of firsts.
She says this year is going to be full of firsts. Chris now lives with Gerard and celebrates his first birthday surrounded by her family, now his family. And in addition to his party, Chris also went on his first boat ride and fishing trip. His dad passed away from cancer on August 1st, but Mrs. Gerard has applied to become his legal guardian. Teachers have been known to change students' lives, and thanks to fate bringing them together again, Mrs. Gerard will continue to impact Chris's life. And he'll continue to brighten hers as her new son. Now I just got goosebumps again. I got them the first time I saw this as well. That is as feel good as you can get. It really is. I just love that. And I'm so thankful for this lady, selflessly, took him in and gave him a home and gave him a life that he's never had. 30 years old, never had a birthday present or a birthday party or gone on a boat ride. Just unbelievable. Never experienced Christmas or Thanksgiving or any of the holidays. I mean, this is just incredible. And her family now is his family. So he'll be taken in and given lots of love. I just love this story. And it makes me think that, you know what? All of us can touch somebody's life. Maybe it's not touching them in this in depth, but we can touch somebody's life. We can make their life better. I smile at people wherever I go because I want you can see their face brighten up. You smile at somebody, they're having a rough day or whatever, and you just smile at them and all of a sudden their face brightens. And I love that. I love that. Anyway, let's go back to the news as we must. All right, now, this is very interesting as well. It's a little off topic, but not so much. This from Natural News. I really like this website, to tell you the truth, because they've got a lot of natural type articles and so forth, and I'm really into natural type medicine and however, living healthy. Okay, Volkswagen commercial banned in UK because it shows a woman caring for a baby. Unbelievable. And yet, this is what it's come to. A Volkswagen commercial has been banned in the UK for violating gender stereotypes because it showed a woman caring for a baby. Yes, really. The ad shows a scene of a woman and a man in a tent on a cliff face, 2 male astronauts floating in a spaceship, and a male para-athlete with a prosthetic leg doing the long jump. At the end of the clip, a woman is seen sat on a bench next to a pram. The commercial was banned by the UK Advertising Standard Authority after just 3 people complained, with the ASA asserting that it violated gender stereotyping rules by juxtapositioning images of men in extraordinary environments and carrying out adventuresome activities with women who appeared passive or engaged in a stereotypical caregiving role. We considered that the ad directly contrasted stereotypical male and female roles and characteristics in a manner that gave the impression that they were exclusively associated with one gender, said the ASA. We concluded that the ad presented gender stereotypes in way that was likely to cause harm and therefore breach the code. Volkswagen tried to explain the meaning behind the ad, but it was to no avail. The core message of the ad was centered on the ability of the human spirit to adapt to challenges and change brought about by circumstances. They illustrated that through a number of different scenarios featuring various characters, so that as diverse an audience as possible would be able to identify with the message. They included the final scene of the woman in the park as a relatable example of adaptation to change, as they believe that welcoming a newborn into the family was a life-changing experience that would be shared by many viewers regardless of gender. The scene served a secondary purpose of illustrating the reduction of engine noise in an electric vehicle. Meanwhile, ads that reinforce negative gender stereotypes about men are still perfectly fine. Now, I hate to tell them this, but these, I guess they are the advertising police. I hate to tell them that when a baby is born, it's the mother that cares for it. Now, I'm not discounting men and their role. Sure, they change diapers and do all that right along with the mother, but especially if the mother is breastfeeding, it's the mother that cares for the infant because she gave birth to it, and there's bonding and all that. And generally, women are in the caregiver role and are assisted if they have a good husband or partner. They are assisted in that role. But when a baby is young, men don't have the boobs. Just saying. So if she's breastfeeding, it falls on the woman. There's nothing stereotypical about that. It's facts. It's biological facts. But that's not good enough for these people. Anyway, it boggles my mind sometimes, really. It really does. All right, now we've seen this, and let's go back. All right. Now, I'm going to skip this for now. Oh, yes, this is very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I haven't had a chance to look this over in its totality yet. Grassley, Johnson release investigative findings on alleged hack of Clinton's server by China. Washington, staff of the Intelligence Community Inspector General's Office, ICIG, witnessed efforts by senior Obama State Department officials to downplay the volume of classified emails that transited former Secretary Hillary Clinton's unauthorized service, according to a summary of a bipartisan interview with Senate investigators. The revelations corroborate concerns raised early in the email classification review that State Department officials sought to use lower-level Freedom of Information Act exemptions to prevent the release of emails that other experts deemed to be classified. The classified interview was conducted jointly by staff for then Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley and Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee Chairman Ron Johnson. In December, staff for the committees ranking Democrats Senator Dianne Feinstein and Claire McCaskill also participated in the interview, which stemmed from news reports last August that China may have been able to hack the server. To investigate the allegations, committee staff interviewed Frank Rucker and Jeanette McMillan of the ICIG, Rucker was tasked in 2015 with protecting classified intelligence community equities during the State Department Freedom of Information Act review of the server's contents. He alerted the FBI to suspicious activity of the server that may have been evidence of an intrusion. Neither the committees nor the FBI were able to confirm whether an intrusion into the server occurred. Notably, Paul Combetta, who administered the server, and used software designed to prevent forensic recovery while deleting Clinton's emails, refused to speak with the Justice Department, Inspector General, DOJ, IG, and Congress. Nonetheless, the committee's interview with Rucker and McMillan revealed new information about the classification review process conducted and tightly controlled by senior State Department officials. The interview summary and additional exhibits are being made public today as part of the joint staff memo to Grassley and Johnson for the investigative record. The documents include a summary of probes by DOJ, IG, and ICIG into the alleged China hack, as well as additional documentary evidence. The staff memo, interview, summary, and additional exhibits are available here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to this in the first pinned comment, okay? So that you can go there yourself. I will be hopefully in the next couple days doing a review of what I found here and kind of trying to summarize it. Okay, so there you go. That will be made available to you if you haven't already seen it or been made aware of it. So let's go back. Really? Okay. Dun, dun, dun. What am I doing? I'm telling you, this time of night. Yep. I'm tired and I'm all full of stew. Good stew. Darn good stew. Okay. Let's look at something here. I know it's distasteful. I know it is. And I apologize, but I still have to tell you guys this because it's just plain weird. I don't even know another word for it besides weird. Okay, let's look at this picture of this guy here that thinks he's rocking it in a blue dress and isn't. Let's count his fingers. One, sounds bizarre, isn't it? Let's count his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? Let's count again. 1, there's a little pinky there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That can't be right. No, it can't be right. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 6-fingered Bill. Okay, well, let's look at this. Now, this is not from the same artist, okay? Not the same artist. This is the one that did this bizarre picture of him in this garden that has been parodied much. Let's look at his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the thumb, which is tucked under. Wait a minute. This one looks tucked under. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the thumb counts 6. That's odd. I mean, here's 6-fingered Bill, and now there's 6-fingered Barry. What's with the 6 fingers? No, really. Artists don't make mistakes like that. Seriously, they don't. So what does that mean? Any guesses out there? Because I'd like to offer one, but I don't have one. I don't know. But it's pretty odd to me. It really is. 6 fingers there. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the thumb. 6. Odd. Very, very odd. Oh well. Any thoughts about that? Leave it in the comments below because I'm dying to hear what you think about that. Really, I'm dying to hear. Or maybe they're wanting to show that they are of a different breed. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, maybe better. All right, let's move on now. Here we go. This from Donald J. Trump, who is well, no, it's over with now, but he was having a rally in Manchester, New Hampshire, in a school that I once went to. That's the truth. SNHU. So, all right, Donald J. Trump, go out and get Andrew McCarthy's new book, Ball of Collusion. Supervision became the investigator, and when they pushed the envelope, there was nobody there to tell them no. It goes right to the president, Obama. Plenty of information that Obama was informed and knew exactly, continued, what they were doing. There's plenty of indication we don't have to speculate. And then he said, at Steve Doocy, who is a talking head on Fox, holy cow, got to read, this is, I guess, maybe he's quoting Steve Doocy, I'm not sure. I think he is. Holy cow, got to read this book. And at Ainsley Earhart, wow, at Fox and Friends, a very serious situation can never be allowed to happen again. Drain the swamp. Absolutely. And might I add that those of us that have been following Q from the beginning knew this. We knew this was all a setup. And now it's coming out and the general public are learning. So don't know how much longer it'll be able to be called a conspiracy theory. But, you know, they'll try to push that for as long as they can, get a lot of mileage out of it. And this from Donald Trump, the fake news media is doing everything they can to crash the economy because they think that will be bad for me and my re-election. The problem they have is that the economy is way too strong and we will soon be winning big on trade, and everyone knows that, including China. Interesting. Now, these are some things that I had meant to research or meant to get to before and didn't. It says from Charlie Kirk, and it says Mexican officials are on high alert to intercept lone wolf ISIS, and yes, I know how it's pronounced, but again, I don't want to pronounce it because of the algorithms. Fighters attempting to enter the United States through the southern border. Instead of working with the president on immigration, Democrats would rather leave our border open to terrorism. Shameful. Yeah, that's saying the very, very least. It's unbelievable. I knew that I didn't agree with the Democratic Party, but I never knew how bad they were. Now, let's look at this from Greg Rubini. Says, declassify has begun. I think it should read declassification, but who's picking apart? Well, I am really, but it's only because it jumps out at me. Hillary Clinton collusion with the Chinese government. HRC was sending on purpose all her emails to a Chinese government front company when Secretary of State, and also after her tenure at the State Department. And what the heck is this? Seriously, what is that? What's she wearing? I don't know. Is it is it some sort of a, what do you call that? Like a, the vest that police wear so that the bullets don't penetrate them. Bulletproof vest. Is that what it is? I don't know what it is. Is it an oxygen tank? No, it can't be because there's nothing going into her nose or mouth. I don't know what it is. But it's very odd. That's not her back. Okay, and going on, number 2, HRC collusion with Chinese government. Senator Grassley declassified document just released last night, 105 pages, and he puts the official link. And number 3, FBI was informed of the HRC China connection back in 2015, but did nothing about it. Same song, different tune. Or same tune, different song. I don't know. FBI covered up the whole thing during the Clinton email investigation. Peter Strzok, Comey, McCabe involved, and many more at FBI and Obama, DOJ. Who smiles like this? Please tell me. Please tell me who smiles like that. No one. That's who. No one. No one that I know. No one that I want to know. Okay. Sammy, what are you doing? why are you sniffing the pillows? And he just jumped onto the table. And now he may find the cords are to his liking and want to munch those. So perhaps I should get the Acme Cat Be Gone. Excuse me for 1 second. I put it out of reach for some reason. I don't know. He's being so good. I hate to use the Acme Cat Be Gone when he's being so good, and he's so cute. I wish he'd come over closer so I could show you, but he won't. He's camera shy, except for his tail. Anyway, yeah. So number 4, the FBI was informed of the Hillary Rodham Clinton email going to the Chinese government by 2 officers of the Inspector General of the Intelligence Community, ICIG, Frank Rucker and Jeanette McMillan. You're getting too close to the cords now. Don't make me have to use the Acme Cat Be Gone. I have to use it so seldom that now that I just show it to him, he just looks at it like, what? No, you're not going to do that. Okay, now he's laying down and he is away from the cords. So, all right, let's go on now because you didn't come here to hear about my cats. But you may have, and if you did, why? When you can have cats of your own. Anyway, who was the Inspector General of the Intelligence Community, ICIG? It was Charles McCullough. And 6, listen to what the former IC Inspector General Charles McCullough says. There was personal blowback to me, to my family, to my office by the Clinton people. After that, I was totally marginalized and threatened. Now, I'm not going to play it, but that's what he says. And, you know, do any of you have a hard time believing that? Because I don't. That sounds about right to me. It's a wonder he's still alive, but hey. IC Inspector General Charles McCullough was threatened by whom? In the video, he says by members of the Hillary Clinton campaign. John Podesta, Sidney Blumenthal, Cody Shear. Maybe one, maybe all. Who knows? And who else threatened the IC Inspector General Charles McCullough? John Brennan, James Clapper. And then the interview with former IC Inspector General Charles McCullough posted above at tweets number 6 and 8 of this thread was aired on Fox News on November 27, 2017. Tucker Carlson show. Think about it. China had full access to all Hillary Clinton emails to and from in real time for years, also to top secret classified emails and standard or special access programs. HRC, China, collusion. What is this? Treason? Violation of the Espionage Act? Yeah. Which is it should be what is the penalty for treason? What is the penalty for violations of the Espionage Act? Let the Guantanamo Bay executions begin. No mercy, even by the standards of this false scandal. This is very stupid, a false scandal. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the link to this as well so that you can peruse it at your leisure, should you want to. And let's go back now, because we can. And let me see. It seems to me that I missed something up here and I skipped it. Yeah, let's look at this. You know why? Because we can. And says Wisconsin fugitive vanished before trial, hid for more than 3 years in a cramped and cluttered makeshift bunker. I just thought this was a little interesting. A Wisconsin man who vanished 2 weeks before he was supposed to stand trial on child sexual assault and child pornography charges was hiding out for more than 3 years in a makeshift bunker concealed in the wooded remote northern part of the state, officials said. The Portage County Sheriff's Office posted on Facebook that 44-year-old Jeremiah Button was taken into custody August 9th. Earlier that day, I thought I felt a cat back there. Earlier that day, Thomas Nelson of Wausau, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. WSAW-TV. He ventured inside a bunker with a log door carved into an embankment that he had first spotted several months ago. The mysterious hideaway was on state land in the township of Ringel, west of Wausau. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Located about 145 miles north of Madison, the state capital. I followed the brush marks. I saw the door. I couldn't get out of there fast enough, he told the television station about the first time he saw the bunker. Nelson, a frequent hunter, told WSAW-TV the bunker's entryway was unlatched on Friday morning, so he went inside. That's when he made contact with Button, who disappeared in February 2016. I pushed the door open and I looked inside and I see canned foods. There are little storage boxes and I'm like, I gotta go in, he told the television station. I come around the corner a bit and there he is, laying in his bed. Nelson then contacted the police and guided them to the bunker, where a 20-minute standoff ensued before the 44-year-old surrendered. Portage County Sheriff Mike Lucas told the Stevens Point Journal the shack was camouflaged amid trees in the secluded area. I don't know how he could live that long. And where did he get the food? How did he get money to get food? How could he get food without being recognized? These are interesting questions that I don't know the answer to. 2 weeks from his trial, here's jury trial, Jeremiah Button disappeared. Here's the bunker where he survived for the last 3+ years using items found in a nearby landfill. Well, that answers the question. And living with electricity created by car batteries, solar panels, and a bike run. It's pretty smart. He vanished 2 weeks before trial, and let me see, 3 years he lived like that. Could you imagine? And he just lived on what he got out of the landfill. That's a little scary, really. I mean, he couldn't have been in great health when he was found. Let's look at him again. Well, he doesn't, I've seen worse. Kecker said Button told deputies he had been building the bunker while his case was moving through court and continually stocked it with items he found in the Marathon County landfill. Tennessee inmate Curtis Watson captured after 5 days on the run, officials say. Sheriff's Lieutenant Jeff Stefanik told WSAW-TV that Button set up solar panels on the bunker's roof to power LED lights, radios, cooling fans, and all manner of electronic equipment. He also had a pedal-powered generator for cloudy days. The bunker was small enough that it stayed warm in winter and cool in summer. He also had built a water filtering system. He was not only surviving but thriving in this structure through all of the different supplies he was able to find, Stefanik told this television station. Maybe they should, pick his brain while he's in jail and get tips on survival. My gosh, this guy lived for, 2016. He's lived for 3 years like this. Like, that's incredible, really. He did no money. He's just living off the landfill and his own ingenuity. Button told deputies he never left the area. According to WASW, Button is back in custody on a $100,000 cash bond and is due back in court for a pretrial conference on September 16th. His attorneys, public defenders Ann Rennick and Jessica Phelps, didn't immediately return phone messages to the Associated Press on Wednesday. Court records obtained by the AP show they were assigned to Button's case on Tuesday. I just thought that was a very, very interesting case. I mean, yes, he belongs in jail, but you got to hand it to the guy. He survived that long, 3 years in a bunker with no money, no supplies other than what he could forage from the dump. This is pretty incredible, actually. Not that I'm downplaying what he did. He deserves to be in jail. I'm just saying that's pretty incredible. And it gives some of us hope that maybe we could survive if, everything goes south. I hate to even say that word because I love the South. And, all right. I hate that saying, if everything goes south, because, yeah. I'd be in the South right now if I could. I love it there. All right. Now, I think I'm going to call that a night because it is 11:54, so I'm calling it night. So that's it, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and I will be back with my furry friend here. And you guys stay safe, sleep well, please stay safe, and please be aware, because as we know, these things aren't just happening in the cities now. So stay safe, stay alert, and keep seeking truth, because deception bites. Good night, guys. Thanks for listening.